Hello everybody, thanks for spending some of your precious time checking out this video, which is episode 19 of my ongoing series about unpopular philodendrons. And today I would like to discuss this big guy here, which is the philodendron micranthum. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, in my opinion, this philodendron can definitely be called unpopular, since there is very little information to be found about this plant. Also, nobody seems to talk about it, although it's not too hard to come by. You can buy it online, I think, for about $35. And in a minute, I'll tell you why I think that this guy deserves a little bit more love and attention from the houseplant community. But first, let me show you a picture of this plant on the day it arrived at my place, which was in December 2021, which means it has been under my care for almost a year now. And it came with 3 adult leaves and a 4th leaf that was on its way. I have to say it shipped very well, it came without any damage and it didn't lose any single leaf afterwards. Now, this philodendron is native to Colombia, Ecuador, Peru and Brazil, which means that this guy is more widespread in the wild than it is in our homes. It is a scientifically accepted species already since the 19th century, so it's been known for quite a long time and yet so unpopular. Now, the name micranthum means very small flowers, but indoors I don't think these very small flowers will ever show up. Now, the main attraction of this guy is obviously its 3-lobed leaves, which gives this plant quite a jungly look. And you can see that on the adult leaves, the 3 lobes are almost the same size, whereas on the younger leaves, it's more like one big central lobe with 2 pointy ears on both sides. Now, of course, there are a lot of 3-lobed philodendrons on the market, but this is by far my favorite one. And the reasons why I like it so much, I will discuss now when I talk about the care of this plant. So how do I care for this plant? As I said before, I have this plant now for almost a year, so what I'm gonna tell you is only based on my own experience with this plant. First, for light requirements. Here you can see where I have been keeping this guy, and actually when I got this plant, I didn't really have a good space for it, so I just put it on the floor here for the time being. And funny enough, it really seemed to enjoy this spot, so I ended up keeping it there, where it gets medium indirect light from this growing light, and that seems to be enough light for this guy to live its best life. Okay, for water requirements, I can tell you that I noticed that this plant loves to dry out completely. And with completely, I really mean bone dry, as if it was a succulent. Now, this philodendron micranthum is obviously a climber and actually quite a fast climber, to the point that now it has outgrown the stick that I gave it. So what I'm gonna do in a minute is I'm gonna take 3 cuttings for propagation in water just to see whether the cuttings of this guy root easily in water or not. Now, for humidity, you would think that it needs high humidity since it lives in the very humid tropical rainforest, but this is actually not the case. It's very far away from my humidifier and I only spray it when I water it, which is perhaps once every 2 to 3 weeks, and that's it. So I would say that this plant is quite happy with lower humidity. So if you like these 3-lobed philodendrons, the philodendron micranthum is an excellent choice in my opinion, because it's a very forgiving and low maintenance plant. Just treat it like a cactus, and the cherry on the cake is that it's a very fast grower. Okay, so in the meanwhile I took 3 1-leaf cuttings, and here you see the plant after a well-deserved haircut. And I put the future baby plants in water. And as you might know, normally philodendrons root quite easily in water, so I'm not too worried that this will work just fine. That's all for this episode on unpopular philodendrons. Many more episodes will follow, So if you want to be updated when I post a new video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, please consider liking it. I would really appreciate that. So for now, I wish you a very good day and I hope to see you back soon on my channel. Bye bye.